Welcome to a new stock. This one is called Mmat. You may have heard of it, you may not have. Right now there is a lot of hype surrounding it. I've heard a lot of people talking about it. So I decided, you know what, let's have a look at it for ourselves. Now bear in mind guys, this is only going to be a technical analysis video. As I have said with a lot of the stocks which we look at the moment. The reason for that is because, you know, a lot of people do enjoy the technical analysis. And obviously if you do enjoy it a bit more, we definitely can take some time to look into this on a fundamental level. We will look into it on a fundamental level if we get enough people asking us to do so, or if obviously we do get the views that we may want to get for this video. So yes, we definitely can do a fundamental analysis in the future, but this is going to be a technical analysis only. But if it does sound good, if you want to hear that, and if you want to hear that future episode, make sure to hit that subscribe button. An alarming amount of people do actually forget to press that, so do make sure that you do, and press the like as well. Remember, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. I'm just sharing my personal thoughts and opinions. Just have to remind you guys of that before we do begin. You can follow me on Twitter at N2SFinance. The link is in the description. And now we're going to jump into this video. Now here we are going to start off on the more simple charts, as you guys will know by now. The simple reason for that is because it's easy for everybody to understand. So we're going to jump over there and have a look at what we can see for the trend. But just before we do, we'll have a look at what the general market has done so far for today. So we can see that we're actually down from 930 on a lot of our major indexes. We can see the Russell was down, we saw the Dow Jones down, we saw the S&P 500 down, and then the Nasdaq actually saw a lot of negativity and then recovered ever so slightly, allowing it to stay in the green for the end of the day by 0.06%, so barely even anything. But you know, it did just escape being in the red like some of the others managed to you know, not do. But let's have a look now specifically at this stock. So throughout the day, one thing that we can see is that we went down by about 4%, rather unfortunate. It was a 14-cent drop in price, bringing us down to the $3.36 range, and that is what we are seeing. You can see the trend and how that has moved throughout the day, starting off on 9.31, or 9.30 rather, on a price of $3.46. Then we hit highs of the day up here, which were at $3.59. Now from there we had bounced off this level 2 or 3 times, as you can see right across here, before unfortunately falling lower. So we did not manage to find any support at that level, and we definitely did fall a lot lower. We came down to lows down here at about 12.06, which hit lows of about 3.36, and from there we were consolidating for the rest of the day. Now where things started to get a bit more unfortunate was what we saw right at the end of the day. We saw a bit of a sell-off towards the end, and the share price fell to lows of about $3.33, and then saw a brisk recovery to 3.36 at the end of the day. But just bear in mind, this does kind of reflect what we saw with a lot of the markets today. A big drop at the open, and then for the majority of the morning, then a bit of stability through the afternoon, as you can see up here, and then actually unfortunately a little bit more of a drop coming towards the end of the day. So it's not necessarily out of the market trend at the moment, so that is completely fine in my opinion. That's just what we are seeing today with this stock. On the 5-day chart, we can see a few things. We can clearly establish the trend has been moving upwards ever so slightly from lows on Tuesday, which brought us down to a point down here of 323. So we have moved up a little bit, not really by too much. We've seen a lot of volatility on that time. We hit highs of 370, so we've moved up and down quite a lot, but overall we were pretty flat in that time period when we do take everything into account, so it's completely fine in there. On the 1 month, we can see unfortunately we have seen a bit of a red trend, hitting highs on July the 6th of $7.86, and from there we've fallen now to a point where we are stable in the mid $3 range, and that is okay. I mean, yes, we've fallen by a lot, and that is quite sad, but from this point down here, we have been stable. I am happy to see that. Now let's have a look on the more technical charts and look at what a few of our indicators are telling us when we come over here. Well, we can see on the 1 day we have a moving average figure of 338, which is completely fine. It's slightly above where we are right now. The reason for that is simply because we saw this big drop in price towards the end of the day. So yes, it did not have time to catch up, being as it tracks the whole day, and we have been moving okay for the majority of it, and then this drop clearly caught it out right there. So it is expected to be a bit higher due to that small decrease in price at the end. Now the RSI figure is at 47. Now bear in mind, 50 is neutral, 47 is nothing to be concerned about in my personal opinion. However, the MACD trend is looking very bearish. We did pick up ever so slightly towards the end of the day because we saw a little recovery, but yes, this big drop definitely did filter into the MACD, and it brought it down by a decent amount when we look over to that on the 1 day. Now when we move over to the 5-day chart, if it will allow me to access them, we can see a few things on here as well. The 5-day chart, we can see a moving average figure over the past 5 days at 340, so not too concerning, ever so slightly above where we are right now. And the reason for that again is just because we are seeing that being a lagging indicator as it tracks the past 5 days. And we did see quite a sharp drop at the end of today, so yes, it makes sense and it isn't too concerning to me at least, just my opinion. We can see down here we have a RSI figure which is at 35 on the 5-day, not too worrying either. Yes, it is coming more towards the oversold side, we're about 15 points away from technically being oversold, so we're coming up there but not really too far off and not too concerning yet in my opinion. But yes, it does appear to be dipping ever so slightly lower on the 5-day chart, and yes, we are seeing that MACD in the red at the moment. Unfortunately, we're seeing this line down here at 0.01 to the negative, and that is unfortunate, but things become a lot more clear now when we move out to the 1 month chart. So clearly on the 1 month chart we can see a few things to set us off with. We can see that the moving average figure over the past 50 days has been set at 629.34, and again, yes, that is a lot higher than where we are right now. The simple reason for that is because we have clearly seen that stark drop in price, and that has definitely affected the figures by quite a bit. But we're seeing an RSI right now on 39, again 19 points away from being oversold. It's only, you know, very close to 40, so not really concerning in my opinion at the moment. And we are seeing a MACD trend which is potentially coming bullish at the moment. We can see a little bit of green action down here. You can see a few of these green bars, and it is coming close to possibly flipping over right now, and these lines are looking quite neutral, and they also do have the potential to flip over in my opinion, which would start a bullish trend if we look down to those. So overall, what we are seeing with this stock at the moment, it has been quite flat. There are many potential reasons for that, but right now, you know, it does potentially indicate to a change in trend. Now, this is one thing that I've said a lot tonight, and I've said it a lot in the past week. We're seeing a lot of stocks like this seeing a potential change in trend. Right now, I think it is still a little bit too early, in my opinion, to say for sure whether this is a change in trend. I think it is still early days, whether we are going to see some growth short to mid-term on the stock. Just my personal opinion, though, based on the technical side of things. Like I said, this was not going to be a fundamental video, so just bear that in mind. And please understand what is going on. But tell me your opinions down below. I do want to hear them. Also drop me a comment. I will see you all soon. Goodbye. So thank you for watching through till the end, but let me tell you about our Discord. So on your screen you will be seeing the N2S Finance Discord. Obviously it is split into multiple sections. Basically at the top we have updates from me and all that kind of good stuff. If you scroll down a bit further we have the main sections where we focus on cryptos, SPACs and other hot stocks including penny stocks, even stable growth stocks as well, and we even have a special AMC GME chat. If you scroll down you can see some research and DD from the community. We also have funny memes and you can see actual contributions from members down here. And again, if you do join us, it is completely free, link is down below. But if you do want to become a Patreon, you will actually get a pink sticker which will be displayed on your name. So your name will come up in pink as mine comes up in red down here, and that will show that you are a Patreon. But other than that guys, you can join completely for free down below. You do not have to pay anything if you do not want to. Thank you for watching, see you soon.